Hello Darts Nutz and welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm going to be having a look at the Harrows Chizzy 80%. So let's check them out. So this is the Harrows Chizzy 80, and as the name implies it's 80% tungsten. I'm reviewing the 23 gram version and these retail for £29.95. So it comes in this cardboard packaging, and on the back got your graphic of the barrels, but a nice close-up of the rings there. You got like a double shark style ring and then a square cut double ring, and then on the rear it's got the double shark style ring grip with the painted grooves, and obviously it's got the yellow, which is the Dave Chisnell colour. And inside you've got a hard plastic case, and the darts come supplied with the super grip stems. I think they're midi size, and you got a point protector, and you got a set of the Dave Chisnell small standard flights. So the darts are fit with a black coated point, and it's a classic straight barrel dart, slightly tapered nose, and it might not be easy to see through here, but this first front section, like I showed you on the box, it's got a double shark ring style grip, so fairly grippy. It may feel different when I come to throw it, but it kind of feels as if it's high medium. And then around the middle you've got a flat double ring grip, so just a little bit less grippy than that front section. And then on the rear it's got the same as the front section, but as you can see it's got the grooves painted. I think the front section just feels a little bit grippier. And then on the rear end of the barrel it's got a slight smooth taper with the Chizzy and Harrows logo. It's got a fairly chunky feel as well, so I don't mind that. Some people don't like chunky darts, but I don't mind that feel, to be honest. Feels like it got a little bit more control when it's a little bit thicker, but quite a neat looking dart. And that yellow is very striking on the silvery tungsten, and there's your super grip in between stems and the Harrows Chizzy small standard flights. Fitted with a black coated 25mm point. It's got a tapered nose of 4mm. The front section is a double thin ring grip, but the second ring is kind of angled like a subtle shark grip, that's 15mm. The middle section is a flat double ring grip of 11.5mm, and then the rear mirrors the front, and that's 12.2mm, and then on the end it tapers for 8.3mm. Length is 51mm, width is 7mm. £23.16 grams. 23.16 grams again. And 23.16 grams, so perfectly matched, and full setup is 24.91 grams. With nothing attached, the balance is a little towards the front, and with the supplied setup it moves slightly behind the balance point. This is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. The front is just a little bit grippier than the middle and the rear, but overall I'd call it a 7, so around about high medium level. The ring grip on the front, like on the back of the box, it shows you the second ring above is slightly angled, and it's actually more grippy than I was expecting it to be. It's quite a subtle change to the rings, but it's quite effective actually. I know the rings are kind of sharply cut anyway, but you just feel that little edginess a little bit more on that front section, so points a little bit on the short side again. Like, it's always a bit of annoyance with the Harrows darts. They tend to use very short points, and my finger flicks off it, so puts me off a little bit. But slightly chunky barrel, but I do quite like the grip on these. Now the middle, it's still grippy around the middle, mainly because the edges are quite sharply cut, but I think the front and the rear probably a little bit grippier. But it's your classic straight barrel dart, so again it should suit front, middle and rear grippers. But obviously it's a fairly chunky feel to it. Some people like that. Yeah, there's not a massive amount of difference in the grip, but just a little bit more grippy on the front and the middle. Now the rear section, it doesn't feel quite the same as the front, even though the grip is the same. Don't know, it could be something to do with the paint in the grooves. But I don't see why it shouldn't work for front, middle and rear grippers. It feels almost the same, throwing it wherever. I think the only thing I would change is put slightly longer points on it. But yeah, it should be okay for rear grippers. Let's check out the ratings. It's a basic looking dart, but it looks quite neat, and the yellow kind of gives it a nice striking contrast. So 7.5. Grip overall I'd give it a 7. Weight match was perfect, so 10. Quality is really good, but it is quite a basic style again, but 9. And value, £29.95 for a player's dart. Pretty good value, so 8.5. So there you go, that's the Harrows Chizzy 80. Nice little dart, a little bit more grippy than I was expecting at the front. It's still a bit grippy and on the middle and the rear, but I don't know why, but the front feels more grippy. It might be just because that's where my natural grip normally sits, but that little angle to the ring grip makes quite a subtle difference. It's still fairly grippy in the middle, but where the angle just slightly goes in and meets the next ring, you just feel that little edge a little bit more, so quite interesting. Fairly chunky dart, so it may not be for everyone, but it should be fine for front, middle and rear grippers. So yeah, nice little dart. So that's the end of the review. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and stick around for the gallery, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'll see you on the next video. Happy darting.